Sup everyone, I'm your female otaku, and I'm here to review episode 6 of Boku Dake ga Inai Machi. Now allow me to be just a tad bit childish for just a second, okay? Ha! You anime onlys! You're stuck with that cliffhanger for the next week, and you don't know what's gonna happen, but I do, and so do the other manga readers. We know what's gonna happen, you don't! Okay, I'm done. I just had to get that out of my system. So, with this episode, we start off where we left off from the previous episode, which is with Airi and the fire. So Satoru, he jumps right in to try to save her, but unfortunately, he's not exactly the strongest guy, so he can't really get her out of there fast enough. Luckily, the manager came in, although sure, he sounded a little prickish while saving her. He was needed, okay? Otherwise, this would have looked really bad for Satoru, okay? So Satoru escaped in the back and the manager saved Airi, and Airi went over to the hospital, and now people are suspecting that Airi was like an accomplice for the first murder, and then Satoru tried to get rid of her, or somewhere around there, like she's being used, and Airi's just all like, no, that's not true, that's not what's going on, and man, I love Airi. She's great, okay? She slipped that phone into Satoru's pocket so that she can contact him later and made a plan to go see him, but I'll get to that in a little bit. First, let me talk about my second best boy, Sawada! Oh, yes! I was so happy! I can't tell you how happy I was when I saw Sawada, okay? He is my second best boy, okay? The first one is being Kenya, okay? But oh my goodness, just, Sawada! Sawada! Oh, that was great. He was perfect. I loved his voice and everything. Just great job with Sawada. I am happy, okay? Just great job with him, okay? So, I want to let you anime onlys think for a little bit, okay? So, you guys meet Sawada, okay? I'm not gonna lie. He does seem kinda suspicious. I'm not gonna deny that. Okay? Especially when he first introduced, you saw that he had, the red glowing eyes like the killer has. So I'm not gonna deny that's pretty suspicious, okay? But then you start to question your suspicions because he says that Satoru's mom called him the previous day to tell him who she thinks the murderer is. So yeah, anime onlys, I really want to know what you think of Sawada. Are you suspicious of him at all? Or do you think of him as an ally? Okay, so with Sawada, he tells Satoru all that he knows and gives him a list of the suspects and everything, tells him about previous cases and lets him know that yes, this is the same murderer from all those years ago who's coming back today and is in this town causing more havoc, has done previous crimes. That should have been a little obvious to us already. I remember when I read that in the manga, I thought that was obvious, so I thought it was a little odd that they had to confirm it, but whatever, I mean, I guess some people needed that confirmation. But anyway, so then Satoru was looking at the lists and the names, he only recognized Yuki, but one thing that he and Sawada noticed was the craftiness of the murderer, and I could not wait to see the scene animated, okay? Because in this very scene, you really see who they are up against, okay? Just, the murderer is a crafty guy, okay? He knows what he's doing. He's done this countless of times before. And sure, this situation is going a little more public than normal, but that's not fazing him whatsoever, okay? He's framing person after person, creating up more stories for the public to believe, okay? With the whole Airi being an accomplice thing, and just everything that this murderer does, he pays attention to every single detail. Back over in the 80s, and even in present time with the anime 2006. So, oh man, I was so excited when they talked about this, because I also needed you guys to realize the murderer, who the murderer is. Of course, not the actual person, but what the murderer is like. And it's insane. Okay? And we end this episode with Satoru getting caught. They're holding Airi back. Satoru's all like, don't worry, you believe in me, so everything is fine, that's all I needed. Turns the corner, sees the murderer. It was the murderer who told the police where he was. I am so happy with this episode, man. So happy. So, fantastic episode. Now I'm going to talk to the manga readers. I do have something to say to them this time. I don't believe I talked to you guys privately last week. So, spoilers ahead. All you anime onlys, please leave the video, okay? And remember to catch me later as I review Assassination Classroom Season 2. Okay, manga readers. Did you know that 2 more chapters got translated? Did you know that? Okay, I found it like the other day, okay? 2 more chapters got translated. Oh my goodness, yes. Just yes. I'm so happy. Oh man, the translators are realizing the popularity of the manga, so it looks like they're gonna jump on those translations, okay? So that's fantastic, alright? And what did you guys think of Sawada, okay? I was so happy with how they did his character. Oh man, I was so happy. Just Sawada is amazing. I love him. I also really liked how, I was saying to the anime onlys, like, putting suspicions on Sawada. I thought that was a nice idea, okay? So since we're at the halfway point of the anime, and there's gonna be 12 episodes, not 13, I'm starting to think that content will be a little bit rushed, especially where we are right now with the manga. Like, where the manga is at right now with, Satoru, him already awakened from 15 years of being in a coma, and him, like, rehabilitating everything. I feel like that's gonna be rushed, okay? Now, of course, we still don't know how the manga is going to end, but if you read the latest chapters, it had, the teacher, Yashiro Sensei, he was all like, a new season begins, okay? So Yashiro Sensei, in the manga, he's alive and everything, and he's going to get Satoru back once again. So I feel like that things will be well-paced for a little while with the anime, but then once it comes to Satoru over at the hospital after the coma and everything, I feel like those are going to be rushed. So I'm a little afraid about that, but we'll have to see, I suppose, okay? I am a little worried, though. I am worried. That's all I gotta say. So, I'm your female otaku. Sayonara.